What's up, people? Yo, so I'm a truther. I'm a veteran. I went to go fight for the lies that they made up to create a war and stuff like that. And I admit it, but I didn't kill nobody. So at least that. Now I'll make up for that by exposing the real enemy amongst us. Right now, they're targeting me right now. The MCI, let me see, Wilfredo, no, George Bush. George Bush is in right now, in the targeting right now. He's just like the moment you catch him, the moment you telling them and stuff like that, they try to like hide and put tricks in the way, illusions and shit. They don't want to get caught. They're liars and deceivers. Since George Bush was one of the main liars that created the war in Iraq, see what I mean? Because his lies about weapons of mass destruction were, you know what I'm saying, important to Freemasons and the Illuminati. Right now, they're trying to give me like mucus accumulation in my sinuses right now by like pressing a button, imaginary button, or pressing a button and imagining like if the button has some kind of like substance validity, like if they're doing what. And right now, since I'm exposing them right now, telling you what they're doing and stuff like that, they like to take that as a way to put more validity, more substance into their lies. What they're doing is lies. It doesn't really have any effect. But it's like when they tell you not to give the devil any power because the devil doesn't exist. So if you hear voices and you start to believe what they're saying and stuff like that. Sometimes when you hear voices, it's some of the enemies amongst us, the ones that I'm exposing right now. They're planning on sending fake accounts to give me fake views. They don't want me to get real views from people and spread the word and stuff like that. So, anyways, and now they sent a sensation to me, sonar sensation or something, like sonar, like in submarines to detect and stuff like that. Anyways, so the enemy are very like so when you hear voices, it's the enemy amongst us. Some of my neighbors nearby, they serve as antennas for the higher ups. So the Illuminati, Freemasons, and them. Right now they're trying to like, look, check this out, my back, sonar sensation on my back, and they're trying to weaken my back. They create this trick that as I'm speaking through this video, check this out, I'm gonna delete it right now. Delete itself, and the energy disappears. So they make up a trick that while I'm speaking, that I will experience pain, like if I should suffer for exposing them, because they don't want to be exposed. I feel the mucus right now. I didn't have that before I started speaking, before I turn on the video. Now I feel this mucus right there, like a bubble sensation on, and it's real. Like I'm getting real mucus accumulated on my throat, on my sinuses, because of what they, the fake button pressing and shit. The button pressing and the computer simulating other things unrelated to me getting mucus. Not things related to unrelated, but unrelated to me. See what I mean? Like they press a button thinking of what they want done, and the computer simulates like a lot of like gooey mucusy stuff peel like pouring out of like a tunnel, like a lot of images collaged into one action. You see what I mean? They want me to get mucus accumulation. They wanted my back to hurt while I'm speaking. You see what I mean? So they go and think of it, and their network starts to make it happen. Well, that's part of how it works. It doesn't really work, but if but because I've been getting targeted for so long, yeah, check this out. They want me to forget about my last point, how the enemies amongst us, and when you hear voices in your head, that is some of the people. They're not people. They're not human. They're not normal. They exist amongst us, the enemy, and they hide amongst us. Anyways, so they wanted to make me forget about that because I was speaking about something else and I moved on to this one. They wanted to make me forget about the other one. You see what I mean? So as I'm speaking right here in real time, they're targeting me right now, and they're saying things that they want done and they want their network to do. So they go and say something. They can't say something and it happens. They're not like me. They're not normal. You see what I mean? I'm on a God level status compared to them. You see, they're devils and shit like that. I'm God status. So they can't do what I do. When I say something, it happens. You see what I mean? Because I'm related to God. Like that's what I'm about. When they say something, it doesn't happen. Delete that. Because they're gonna keep sending this fake account to keep giving me fake views. It's not gonna happen. So I'm gonna make it delete itself right now. All of that shit exposed. Wilfredo, that's the one that you saw right there, somewhere in there in the behind the computer board. They put him in there too. He's not the sole like enemy doing everything, but he is one of them. Also, Melvin Silva, that's someone I grew up with too. So it's Wilfredo, that's my cousin. He grew up with me, and he's like an antichrist. He's literally an antichrist. He mocks me, and he tries to do what I do opposite and stuff like that for the satanic society network and stuff like that. So if I feel nonchalant and confident and stuff, he goes and feels no and emulates me like if he's nonchalant and confident and like if I say stuff and it happens, he wants to do it but inadvertently. You see what I mean? Opposite, like instead of just him saying it and it happens, he wants to say it and the network emulate a sensation like if it's happening. You see what I mean? So, anyways, Wilfredo grew up with me. He's my younger cousin. I knew that he was the Antichrist when I saw him. I knew it. I was there, knowing that he was like, there you are, okay, Antichrist, this and that. And ever since that, we grew up together, and he would emulate me and stuff like that. We were very good friends and stuff like that. But he was an Antichrist. I knew that. I had no choice. I was a little kid. You see what I mean? I was growing up. They paired me up with him and stuff like that. It was all ordained. They're using the sonar right now to interrupt my vocal cord, my speech patterns. I'm supposed to speak smoothly. And if I know how to speak perfect English, if I don't sound like I know how to speak perfect English, it's because they're interrupting me by calling out tricks, and they go crazy. They go on a frantic rant, but they just call out different tricks and shit like that. And sometimes they have a little bit of an effect on me or not, based on the level of targeting. And they started a low. They start radio waves interruption. That's what I feel like they're doing right now. Radio waves and they're aiming it at my back. You see, and do you see how you see the energy just disappeared? So what they do is they go and imagine like if they're doing an astral projection navigation here, right? With their minds, like if they're here and like if they're coming through my phone, but they can't do that. And like if they're grabbing onto my back and once they grab onto my back, they're devils. Yeah, they're devils. So they grab onto my back, like they'll send it. I'm not sounding perfect right now. You see what I mean? They'll say something like send a sensation or something, a sensation that could topple God Himself and shit. They'll say shit like that, even though that's a lie. But the computer just sends out a sensation and tries to do whatever is they're saying and stuff like that. They say it. I called it as it is, that it's a lie. So he was about to go like this and try to give it validity, what I said. Taking my words out of context and give it validity out of context. Yeah, there's so many things that I want to say right now. So I'm going to say it all at once. Now you know. Especially all the ones that need to watch my videos and haven't been able to. My whole message is compressed into what I just did right now. And now because and when I do that, sometimes the enemy goes and tries to locate whoever gets the message and starts like targeting them and telling them what it is that they're supposed to know. You see what I mean? Like when you know it, they don't want you to know it. They want to be between you and the message. You see what I mean? And say to you what it is that's there before you know it. You see what I mean? Like they want to just go in and try to stop the knowing, you knowing it, and or either suppress it, tell you lies inadvertently. So like instead of you knowing the truth that I'm telling you, they're trying to like inadvert it and tell you lies. You see what I mean? They do a lot of that type of wicked, malicious stuff. Right now, they were trying to like put that energy forth to disrupt my speech pattern, my trajectory, the saliva trick now. So they're devil worshippers. So obviously they don't want to hear anything that may mess with their energies. You see what I mean? Because they have this fake confidence, this arrogance to them, this malicious, and they're pussies. They're 100% pussy. 1,000, 1,000,000, 1 trillion% pussy. They're all the way pussy, 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 pussy. I know, trust me, they're 100. There is no bravery in there whatsoever. They're cowards only. So they only work from a coward's perspective. Like they wait for me to be weak, feel weak. Like I have a back issue. Like I had a back issue. That's why they target my back so vigorously. You see what I mean? Because I had a weakness on my back and I'm recovering right now from surgery. They took two of my discs out and they replaced them. So since at recovery, I'm on recovery. See, one of them said, "Oh," and I started to boggle a little bit. You see what I mean? Real account. Okay. At least we got a real viewer now. So they're the type to target whoever they're targeting only when they're weak, or only when there's a some kind of like access point. Like pretty much if they see a opening, they go for it and try to like exploit it to the maximum. So they'll try to make something real small into the biggest that they could. You see what I mean? So with me, since I was weak, they was just there probing, and my back was one of the access points. So they made it one of their main entries. You see what I mean? To my mind. And they started messing with me and messing with me and messing with me to the point where it's not a real count. Okay, it wasn't a real count, was it? Is it a lie? It sounds like a lie. I said it was a real account. It appears that it wasn't. So, anyways, they were there like just cheesing away. Like, "Yeah, we got a real account." Because if I say so, because I'm related to God, you see what I mean? That they could do it on a God level. You see what I mean? Because they're liars and deceivers. So they go and now they're acting like no matter what, just because I say it, that they could do it. So they like taking my words out of context. And if I say it like I just said it, like, oh, that's a real account, and it wasn't, right? They go and do it anyways and put you see, all their cookies in one basket, all their eggs in one basket. That's it. That's what it is. And they got to like really hold it down like that. We have a real account. It's real. And they try to make it a real thing. You see what I mean? Like turning a lie into reality, which is impossible. They can't do it. So you get the point that I'm making here. So, anyways, so the enemies amongst us in this country, and they have members from government level to street level. Some of my neighbors are down with this network. Let's see if the camera catches the. Let's see. So this house over there, this house over there, this one right here. That house over there, they be targeting me from there a lot. I mean, a lot too. They be casting spells like that I'm not me, that they got this spell that goes, well, Julio's not there because Julio's here, and they try to like displace my energy. You see what I mean? Like if I'm not here and I'm there somewhere else, like if he's not here, then he's over there, and they say it in a way like if they're just going away with it. You see what I mean? In a full blown delusion. Like if Julio's here but he's not there, but he's here and he's not there, then he's and they go into a complete delusion. Like they try to put their energy to make believe like if what they're saying is true, and it does feel like I'm not myself sometimes. It does feel like it, but I know it's not true because I am myself. You see what I mean? They can't stop me. They can't displace me. They can't make me not be myself. He just went, psst. This is like terrorism right here. This terrorism. And they've been targeting me for like almost 2 years now. Ever since I bought this house, they have a curse that when you buy a house and you're in debt and stuff like that, that they play a game with you and stuff like that. And you see the energy went away because I feel more nonchalant, more relaxed. And they just went delete, 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 delete. They're pressing that button, delete, 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 delete. They're literally like monitoring my mind, literally like, and when they or they'll sense what it is that I'm feeling, and if I'm about to feel confident, because they sometimes they monitor which paths lead to like me feeling confident and feeling like that sigh of relief type of sensation and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? They delete, they spam that delete button, and then they put all of those tricks together to that delete, and pretty much you know what I mean now. They like targeting people who don't know too. So if you don't know exactly what they're doing, if you don't know how to defend yourself, those are the people they like to go after. Like you, because they don't have it. They're not alive. They're not human. They're not normal. They're completely twisted and fucked up. That's why they do what they do. So going after people who don't know, you see what I mean? That's what they do. Right now, they just gave me like an ice pick sensation on the back of my throat. This electronic ice pick sensation. You see my eyes getting a little bit red. Is because of that. So they're complete cowards. They're 100% pussy. So that's why I don't sound 100% right now, because I'm being targeted by pussies. And these cowards, they only do coward. They only do bad. They only do mischievous. They only do evil stuff. You know what I'm saying? But not necessarily evil. They just do indirect stuff. They can't do evil. They do coward shit. Like I told you, they target me only when I'm weak, when I'm distracted, watching my YouTube videos, and I'm not like fighting back and shit. Like that's when they and not only during that time, because they all also target me when I'm not watching, when I'm not distracted too. But it's just a little bit more. It's a little less difficult for them to get away with it when I'm fighting back, because yeah, whoever that is, I'm gonna have to report them because they keep sending fake accounts to my live. Because giving me fake views for them is a big thing. You see what I mean? Because they like, and look, the viewer comes, and it's a fake account, and he's spamming delete right now. He's spamming delete right now. Delete, 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 or whatever he's doing, right? Whatever they're doing, and then he goes. He just came and he goes. He comes and he goes. So, anyways, so yeah, they're terrorists. They're terrorists in this country. They did 9/11 together. You see what they did there? They're the type that when you drive, like I was driving the other day and I was being targeted. They're tracking me and stuff like that. And out of nowhere, he goes, oh, he just saw it like something that I was about to get off on the next exit. So he goes to the next exit. I see the whole like illusion image thing, what they were doing then or whatever, go to the exit and put a bunch of stuff all at once in one place so that when I go there, when I pass by the spot where he put it, I start getting bombarded with command spells that he put, tricks that he put in the way. You see what I mean? There he goes again, press slamming that delete button. I gotta report you to YouTube. I'm being stalked by fake accounts. You see, and then he goes away when I said that. You see what I mean? I'm gonna report you to YouTube because I'm being stalked by fake accounts. And he left right away. He got overwhelmed, ran away. So they're cowards. So like I said, so yeah, I saw. So I knew that I knew that I was being targeted, stalked, followed, tracked, whatever, right? And then he goes to the exit ahead of me, and then he puts all this stuff all at once there that I was gonna forget what I was thinking, and that the moment it starts to take effect, that he's gonna do a malicious laugh, like like laughing and shit like that. Like when they do something bad, they want to like back it up with something like more bad. Like they just want it to amount more bad and bad and bad, so you feel excruciating pain. Like just pretty much like killing you from within. Not literally, not they can't kill us, but like like the sensation of killing, like shriveling your energy from within. Like he wanted to go for full blown oppression. Like you know what I mean. Like he does something and then something else and then something else and then like try to like the word is there, like shrink you, like shrink me. They were trying to shrink me with overlapping tricks. You see what I mean? One over the other one. So it's make me forget, then the laugh, then this, then that, and they were trying to shrink me, but I already knew that I was about to go into a trap. They said, so the moment I went there, I already knew what to do. You see what I mean? I said some stuff and it disappeared while he was doing the laugh. So he couldn't go past the laugh. You see what I mean? The laugh, I cut it off and that's it. It was done. So that's the type of stuff. That's the type of stuff that the enemy be doing. Yeah, I'm about to get off soon because I'm being targeted and what they do, live tracking someone. Yeah, so I'm being targeted while I'm making videos, and this is visible. Like I know how to speak perfect English. I know how. I don't usually have these pauses, these word slips and stuff like that, mispronunciations and stuff. That right there, I usually don't go through that. These are new tricks that they put into effect, where they didn't start like this. They started off with barely anything. They just knew how to know that I was here and stuff like that. But they wasn't doing much. I was still like having my way with them. But as time went on, targeting me and learning from me and investigating, analysis, whatever. No. So they started to learn like how to target me better, how to come up with tricks and stuff like that, and how to they pretty much got used to targeting me being in my house that I bought recently about 2 years ago almost now. And over the course of these 2 years, they've been progressively enhancing their satanic network until what it is now, where they target me. Well, I had 3 viewers and they all just disappeared right now. So they've been progressively raising the enhancement of their network until now. They started saying things the moment they came to watch my live. So when someone real plugs into my live, they come and watch my live, they start to say things right away. Like if I'm telling them lies, like if I'm speaking inadvertently, they like to use that word inadvertent a lot. So I know I'm speaking. I'm not like 100% right now. So it's because I'm being targeted, like I told you. So they have tricks that the moment you see, I'm not sure if you feel the energy, but the moment I cross the line, this line right here, from here to here, it feels like they have a little bit more energy than in the kitchen. You see what I mean? So, and now I feel a little bit better because I'm not there and I'm here now. So they got to get used to me being here. So they're transferring, the location and stuff like that. But anyways, so it started off like barely with anything, and now my face doesn't even look this bad. It's just the camera. So now they're up to the level where they have automated tricks that they target me inadvertently through. You see what I mean? And it's like a war of words that they have with me. I told them to start saying things because I was tired of beating them with the imagination. I would imagine stuff, they would imagine stuff, and it started off really low with them because they couldn't fight the way I would. So now they're up to the level where they're making believe like if they're fighting me with me, like if they're inadvertently using me against me, my intelligence, my spirit, or my illusions, because I represent God directly. So they act like God is inadverted because they're targeting me and because they say so and stuff like that. So it's a word of them saying stuff and then I say stuff, but my word is God. It's like God's word. You see what I mean? Their word is nothing, so they gotta like fill it with inadverted energies from individuals, people that don't know any better, innocent people that don't know any better, stuff like that. You see what I mean? So I expose them and the energy disappears because they can't work if they're being exposed. If you know what they're doing, they can't do it mainly. Now, if you know and they still do it, it's your duty to go up to them and slap the shit out of them, tell them to their face what it is or whatever the case is. You know what I mean? Like you're supposed to go up to them and let them know, like, yo, I know what the fuck you're doing. You better stop. And if you go home and they keep going, then you go to phase two, slap the fucking shit out of them or punch them in the face, whatever the case is. If you go home and they do it again, that's when you gotta eliminate them. They gotta go. But necessarily, I'm up to the level where they all gotta be eliminated. I haven't gone to their houses and told them to their face yet, but they cross so many lines with me. They disrespect me any chance they can. Any chance they can, they disrespect me. It's disrespect. It's just disrespect, 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 disrespect. They're full blown cowards. They're full blown cowards. They don't have any empathy for anyone who exposes them to my level, on my level, or anywhere near. You see what I mean? So if you know what you're talking about, like, and it's not like they go and target whoever exposes them because they can't do that. But fake pain, hold up. They're giving me fake pain on my back. Who? Obama? Obama is targeting me, George Bush, who else? Freemasons, the Illuminati, the Illuminati, them two, and James, Wilfredo, Mr. T, David Hasselhoff. Those are some of those are usual suspects that I usually know that they be targeting me. So even if they're not targeting me, like Freemasons wasn't really in there, but they heard their name be called. So I'm pretty sure right now they're joining with Freemasons or with the Illuminati and getting a rundown on what's happening. Oh, he's making a live and we're here, blah blah. And they tell each other and stuff like that. So they'll probably be watching me soon. Right there, they just plugged in to me. They started watching me now. So not right there, Freemasons just started. Uh, so Freemasons just started targeting me. I mean, well, put an eye on me, so to speak. They started like watching me, spying on me right now. The Wilfredo's there. Like it's like when someone talks about you and you just like know that someone's talking about you, like yo, someone's talking about me. You just get a feeling. It's something like that, but they do it by saying it. Like they want to be notified of anything of importance that may uh, go against them. You see what I mean? Like they say it. I want to know anyone anything of importance that may destroy my organization. And when people say certain stuff, like exposing them at certain levels or whatever, sometimes they may know that someone's saying certain things, and they go as far as saying that, and then putting it up with other tricks. I want to know when anything of importance is said about my organization, and I want to be there and do everything that goes in regards to our views and stuff. They'll say stuff like that. They'll go in and put and link it up with other tricks and stuff like that. They say stuff and then say other stuff to link it up and create somewhat of like, you see what I mean? Like a, you see what I mean? So, anyways, yo, my back's starting to hurt a little bit, fake pain and stuff like that. I gotta defend myself because I'm over here mainly focused on exposing the enemy. So I'll disconnect now. Subscribe, leave a like, spread the message, spread the word. I gotta go and evict these birds off my property. So yeah, so stay tuned, spread the word. Now you know.